of the union people with their big union signs saying you don't have a right to your own money. I mean, this is incredible that this type of stuff is going on. Here it is.
And bring you to my side. There's a difference. I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm not trying to just show you that I hate you and that I'm just an arrogant bastard.
Well, I don't hate you, and I'm not beating you up right now. Is everybody confused?
Actually, your only stated goal is that I go away.
Joe, I want you to go away from these people who have rights.
I did too.
And what I'm saying is that their rights are infringing on my rights, and I'd like them to stop that.
What's your right?
Every dollar that I have to pay in taxes.
Why do you have a right to your money?
Because
Because I earned it. Because I spent the time and we just did.
And so did I.
Except for you're earning your money off of...
All right, I don't have time to play it all. Then they have a debate about how he doesn't have a right to his own money, and like a bunch of lobotomized chickens hopping around, the mindless union people go, I'll get your money, mine, 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 mine. And then the big defense contractor slides over, who does look like he's actually intelligent. He goes, well, I build something that's needed. I make more money. I'm a defense contractor. You still live off my money, pal. Get your hand out of my pocket. Oh, but America's good and the defense contractors are good. Yeah, the whole Pentagon system trying to take our guns. What always overthrows countries? Its own military. Wake up, pal. All of you make me sick. And in that clip, everything's illustrated. They're all on government payroll. Even the private sector ones. The union slugs, the defense contractor slug, who's a total hypocrite. You're a total sickening hypocrite. You're probably making $100,000, $200,000 a year. You got some union guy making $30,000 a year who wants to keep his benefits, and you're self-righteously in his face. Sure, he's a mindless, lobotomized fluoride head who probably can't even tie his shoelaces. He's so dumb, he thinks you don't have a right to your own money. You do have a right to your money if you earned it in the free market, pal, not out of my pocket with tax money. So who's more guilty? But it's exactly what Michael Moore's doing. Do you understand it? He works for the banksters, sicking this giant horde of people that are about to have their jobs cut or lose their jobs or have their pay cut. They're out there chanting, it's our money, take the middle class's money, they're rich. And they're going to come destroy what's left of the middle class. This is what happens when you have a giant domesticated mob on government payroll. When you have a democracy that Michael Slug Moore calls for, 51% vote to take your property. And then when things break down under a communist system, the commissars then put you in forced labor. Because you're lazy. You need to now work for the greater state. Now, I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow. I got running late, but something that dovetails with all of this here. Look, it's simple. It's not the governor good, the union's bad. No, it's unions controlled and bad, governor controlled and bad, getting us to infight down here instead of talking about the 1.5 quadrillion derivatives, the black hole that's impossible to pay off. All we're doing is cutting now the welfare state, which is terrible and domesticates us, so that whatever's left of that can be paid to the bankers. And so they can rile up the welfare state into a political mobilized army to come rob the rest of us, and then the welfare state will get a paltry sum of it. The rest will be transferred to the bankers. The bankers are just getting their hoard ready. When the military-industrial complex doesn't get their welfare, they blow up buildings in Manhattan. The unions just go out and start protesting. You understand that? When the military-industrial complex wants to take over America, they bomb Oklahoma City. When they want to take over the world, they blow up the World Trade Center. I'm sick of all of you and all your welfare ruining this country. All right, now, for the rest of this segment and the next, Aaron Dykes came to me and he said, you know, you made that video, and I understood it, but I didn't quite get it about they're shutting down the power plants so that select companies make the money. But then today with Lord Monckton, he really got it, and he printed off a bunch of documents from his deep research, because sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. Aaron, break down your synopsis.
Yeah, and additionally, I was watching the documentary Enron, The Smartest Guys in the Room. It's been out since 2005, before those guys went on trial. But if you set aside the whole larger pump-and-dump scheme that they did, one of the main things Enron did was use California's deregulation to instill rolling blackouts so they could completely monopolize and profit from it. And that's
on record to teach people about artificial scarcity. Oh, must not be enough power, I better pay more. They'd rather sell you 1 hour than 24 hours at a higher price.
And they were never out of power. They just manipulated it. It's admitted they used the traders and marketers to drive up the system, going from about 12 billion in power in the first quarter of 2000 to 48 billion in the first quarter of 2001. That's on Wikipedia. That's just one of the basic introduction sources. But the point is, Ken Lay and these other Enron and bankers and Goldman Sachs types were not just involved in their own company schemes. They helped set up the cap and trade system, which has a complete...
They're on record. This is not a conspiracy theory with Al Gore saying we're going to claim environmentalism, we're going to shut down all our competition and make 100 times the profit.
And I have that clip. Maybe we could play it when we come back from break. But Ken Lay was on the Presidential Council for Sustainable Development, Agenda 21, under the Clinton administration in '93 with a bunch of other familiar players setting up, you know, the cap and trade system we know today to instill rolling blackouts, as we saw in Texas, and they're doing the same thing in England and other places. It's very similar to the way they used the deregulation in California back in the early 2000s to make massive profits off of rolling blackouts. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, it was all came out in court and was confirmed. They had fake energy trading systems. They would show members of Congress and the California legislature, and it's all about reducing power, shutting down all their competition.
And the clips they have in the movie, Enron, the smartest guys in the room, are amazing because they have now declassified or leaked through court or whatever audio transcripts and actual tapes of these traders saying, you know, the profits aren't high enough today. Can we come up with an excuse to shut down these power grids? You know, or they would ship the power over states when it wasn't conducive in California, and then wait till the prices went back up in California. Then they would bring the power back in. And the point is, they completely regulated, or they completely controlled, rather, the black...
The truth is, the free market would make everybody wealthy. We see how the insiders are in there, always with crony capitalism. Then they scapegoat crony capitalism. They scapegoat capitalism with crony capitalism, and then blame capitalism itself and bring in total socialism to take our wealth transferred to them offshore. That's the big secret, and that's what Michael Moore's doing. He's offering socialism as the solution when it's the problem.
Imagine being free of debt in just 12 weeks without payment plans or negotiating or hiring an attorney. 18 years ago, we cracked the code of debt collections and set tens of thousands of people free of their debts. It's called Zero Debt Guaranteed, and it works for all debts.
My wages were being garnished, so I used the program and the attorney dropped the case and he returned my money within 2 weeks.
With Zero Debt Guaranteed, your success is guaranteed in writing. There is no other program of its kind. Don't be alone when creditors gang up on you. Call our help desk for lightning fast assistance. Let our team of experts provide the resources to fight back, stop collection calls, prevent and stop wage garnishments and bank levies. Call Zero Debt Guaranteed now, 800-477-9256, and ask for free information from an expert who also completed our program, 800-477-9256, or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Normal blood pressure, naturally. How would that make you feel?
I'm Don from New Mexico. January of 2000, I had a heart attack. Then my real health began going downhill, and I had high blood pressure, high blood sugar, poor vision, and I really wasn't sleeping well. I was a mess, pretty much.
Don reports dramatic improvements with Heart and Body Extract.
I started taking Heart and Body Extract, and from within a few days, I started sleeping a lot better. My blood pressure normalized, my blood sugar normalized, and my sleep really did improve.
Experience these benefits and more when your body gets what it needs with the assistance of Heart and Body Extract. Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. That's hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
And folks, I did not expect this at all. By the 7th, 8th, and 9th day, I saw dramatic improvements from taking heart and body extract.
Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
Back in 1997, when you were vice president, Enron's CEO, Ken Lay, was involved in discussions with you at the White House about helping develop this type of policy, this trading scheme. And is that accurate? Is it inaccurate? It's been reported.
I don't know, but I met with Ken Lay, as lots of people did, before anybody knew that he was a crook.
And clearly, you can see why so many of us are concerned about this type of cap-and-trade energy tax that would be literally turning over this country's energy economy.
I didn't know him well enough to call him Kenny Boy.
Well, but you knew him well enough to help devise this trading scheme, and obviously we know with Enron and these big guys on Wall Street like Goldman Sachs, and I know you've got interest with Goldman Sachs.
No.
These people, well, that's been reported. Is that not accurate?
No, I wish I did.
With executives from you're partnered in companies with.
Okay, now we have the board of directors, we have the meetings, and look at who the players are today. It's the very same people that set this up in the mid-90s with Al Gore, now running the government program to shut down all the power plants that they don't own and control. And Enron people went to jail for setting this up, and now they're doing the same scam in England. I mean, this has nothing to do with the environment. These are crooks. They want to use big government, just like Obama gives out 1,040 waivers to big corporations on insurance. You don't get the waiver. This is mafia where only they can do business. Aaron, go over it.
It's artificial scarcity using somewhat sophisticated systems like deregulation over a blackout power grid. But you saw it came up in Congress how Al Gore and Ken Lay had a relationship back when he was vice president. You know, he partnered Blood and Gore, his carbon trading program.
And he arrogantly denied it to where the congressman almost backed off because it's so brazen.
Absolutely.
Go over the names.
Yeah, some of the names from the Presidential Council on Sustainable Development from '93 in the Clinton administration included Ken Lay of Enron, the head of American Electric Power, the head of General Motors Corporation, the head of BP Amoco at the time, the head of Dow Chemical at the time, S.C. Johnson and Son.
Oil companies run this.
But then also Sierra Club, also the Nature Conservancy, also Bill Richardson, then head of Department of Energy, also Carol Lynn Browner, then she was head of the EPA, now with Obama, she's Obama's energy and climate change.
She's the one cutting the power plants off.
Mm-hmm. And also William Daley, now Obama's brand new chief.
Mob boss, known mob family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's brother of the Chicago mayor.
He helped set this up. Yeah,
mm-hmm. And Dan Glickman, he was head of the USDA then, but he was also part of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, who set up the whole carbon.
And it's simple. I mean, the old America was corrupt in ways, but at least power was power, and it was about getting you power. Now they just go, look, we'll give them 1 hour power a day, triple charge them. I mean, the head of the British power system says, you won't get power most of the time, but you'll pay more. Why not if we put up with it?
These Enron scammers shut down, instilled artificial blackouts knowing it would drive up profits. What happened in Texas only a couple months ago, as you pointed out in the video, when they shut down for cap and trade or whatever excuse, it does one thing, it drives up prices.
Austin has announced that they're going to double again in the next 3 years, 3.4 billion, and it's all on record they're doing this.
Thanks to you pointing that out. I've now read those documents. They targeted their carbon cuts for about twice of what was called for federally. Here,
no, I mean, Austin is run by a group of folks, when I say, I'm not just saying this, criminal, hardcore mafia operatives. That's why your power bill used to be $200, it's $600. Used to be $1,000, it's $3,000. And they're just like mafia going, we're taking it. It's going to Ken Lay's people. Al Gore, shut up. We have SWAT teams ready to kill you.
If you're in on the...
And the SWAT teams are just got their weapons, just training to take on the American people. The Army standing by, threat fusion centers, spying. They're robbing everything, taking the pension funds. The troops themselves are having their death benefits taken, and the troops just salute and go, I'm ready to kill Americans. Take my pension fund. I want to use DU. Use me. Yes, sir. Ugh. Well, not me. I'm not into being used. I'm not into being a slave. Aaron, I want to continue with another report tomorrow in full detail. Maybe we should shoot a YouTube or prisonplanet.tv video. These people are scum. They are trash. They are enemies. And it's time to get angry and defeat them and to realize they are our enemies. Defeat them!
Thank you.